Alright, hello and welcome. This is Lucy the Bold. We are in new arc line. New update is coming July 17th. It'll be an expansion to the game. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to be able to play some of the other races. So it's going to be interesting. So let's see here. So yesterday we went into the train tunnels and then came out, and now today we have a quest to go to the orphanage. Okay, so that is where we are going to. We also still have these secondary quests here as well. All right, so on the map, this is the child labor one. All right, so we gotta go across this little bridge and then, over that way. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Cocky Joe. Yesterday we got him some armor made, so let's get that one scratched off right away here. Okie dokie. Cockerel armor. I have your armor.
Hello there.
Alright, got respect from Mick. Cocky Joe turns his head left and right, examining the armor. Then he hits it a few times with his beak, letting the metal ring out. It's even better than I imagined. I'm going to cock-a-doodle-doo Buck Bill nicely the next time we meet. Balak. You've helped the best fighter in Taterhold to continue his reign. Let me teach you something that will make you more deadly in a fight. Nice. Looks like we're going to get something here out of this. So now you will be able to fight like a real battle cockerel. Good luck with your future ballots, fighter, and keep your beak hard. Okay. And then now you can see, we zoom in using the center mouse wheel. You can zoom in, you can kind of see him a little bit there. Yeah, he's got his armor on. This is the guy that he wants to go up against. So, yeah. Let's see if we actually got a skill. I'm not seeing anything right off the bat. Okay, let's check Mick. Alright, let's check Lita. I mean, he says that he gave us something. I don't see what it is, though. Okay, let's go back to our mission here. Alright, let's go over to the orphanage. This is where we're going to pick up our new mage.
A teenager, perhaps, is pacing up and down outside the orphanage. Her pristine white attire stands in stark contrast to the rust, grime, and general destitution of the nearby docks. What immediately sets her apart from other dwarves
I love
is
her
that she's
outfit.
carrying no technological devices whatsoever. Instead, she's clutching something resembling a magic wand. It appears she spotted you as well. She's making her way toward you.
Hey there. Do you, know anything about the master of the orphanage?
Let's see here. Actually, we're here to speak with him. It's good to see a dwarven study magic. I thought your people despised. Oh, we're going to start with
She
that.
blushes and averts her eyes for a moment, as though you'd paid her a compliment.
Thanks.
Yes.
I've been studying all by myself, using, books and stuff. That's because the other dwarves just don't get how awesome and fascinating magic can be. Wait a sec. You didn't answer my question. Are you here to see the orphanage master? Do you know anything about him?
Okay. So, actually, we're here to speak with him. Is he inside?
Not exactly. It seems we've stumbled upon a small problem.
The girl sucks in a lungful of air as if gearing up for an impassioned speech. She's bouncing on her toes in anticipation.
Okay. The deal is that Master Nemeris, the master of the orphanage, has, vanished into thin air. And that bad-tempered snake won't even let me inside to search for him. She threw me out like I was some kind of nobody. She keeps babbling on about how the house is some kind of danger zone. But do I look like I'm buying that? Master Nemeris wouldn't create anything dangerous, especially around the kids. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find him. I swear it.
Alright, why is the house supposed to... Yeah.
That snake won't stop yapping about some poltergeist thing in there. She's all, "You'll just be a nuisance." I offered to help, but she was all like, "I don't need you." And then she kicked me out.
So, who's the snake?
Orla Byrne, the inspector. She's clueless when it comes to magic. She can be a bit pompous, and acts like she's some kind of big shot.
It sounds like the Syndicate chose to send Orla Byrne for this assignment.
Master Nemeris is this super famous mage, and he's the only elf anywhere who's actually willing to teach us dwarves. That's, me.
With this assertion, the girl stands a bit taller.
Master Nemeris promised to teach me how to, reach out to a weaver directly. Not just any weaver either, but Razael the Winged himself. Seriously, Master Nemeris is my one shot at this.
Okay.
The girl's eyes are glowing with fervent zeal. She rummages in her bag for a moment and produces a sheet of paper, which she unfolds and thrusts before Leda's face.
Ta-da! This is Razael. I mean, come on! Isn't he, dreamy beyond words?
Well, on a purely aesthetic basis.
He's perfect. So incredibly gorgeous. We're definitely gonna meet, then I can, finally confess my love to him.
You want to confess your love to a weaver? Those near-immortal demigod types who drip magic into our world?
Yes.
I'm at a loss for words here, partner.
I've long suspected that every mage has a few loose screws. Seems they're born that way.
I'll ask again. Are you, here to see Master Nemeris? Some kids from the orphanage disappeared too. It's starting to feel like that's not a coincidence. Alright, let's go talk to Byrne together. She wouldn't dare kick me out if I was with you. You seem, totally capable of handling yourself. As for me... Half-educated? When it comes to magical theory, not even a fancy elven academy student could top me. Plus,
Okay, what are you
I've
good at?
memorized all the tones on restoration magic, and I'm actually pretty decent at healing spells. I've
Cool.
even practiced on rats. Okay, sure, a few of them turned kind of blue.
Well, you know, it is what it is. Sure, join us. I'm glad to have the assist.
Perfect.
The orphanage door swings ominously open with a series of drawn-out creaks. From within wafts the noise of shrill screams, unsettling howls, and a heavy pounding. A disheveled woman bolts out of the open door, her hair matted with cobwebs, her dress covered in dust, and its hem spattered with a mysterious red stain.
No, no, please. I'm not going back there.
With that, she slumps to the ground, where she rocks herself.
They
back
kind
and
of forgot to make her slump to the ground.
She glances fearfully over her shoulder, then continues in barely more than a whisper, forcing you to lean close to hear.
I don't know how I'm going to report this. Nemeris has turned the orphanage into a breeding ground for magical filth. I didn't get to the documents. I never even made it to the library. That's where the key to Nemeris's office should be.
Now you need to remember that, the library.
The first floor. I'm not going back in there.
The woman falls silent, her gaze fixed on nothing at all. If she can hear you now, she makes no sign.
We've got to figure this out on our own. So here's the plan. We head inside, snag the key, then uncover all the answers in Master Nemeris's office.
The last is spot on, partner.
It's Magda, Darren, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Okay, let's see if... Because I know that there was some stuff that we can loot. And you never know what you may need. Let's go over to this side. So we literally cannot go over there onto that side. Okay, so let's go inside. Okay, so let's go in here first. Brownies. Homemade brownie looks delicious. Alright, we're going to talk to the worker. Now, I don't have any particular order that I'm doing my questions in. And doing this previously, I know that it doesn't really make a difference which way you go with this. Alright, we're going to check out this room. Master Nemesis with the children, an image in a magical crystal is what's here on the desk. Okay, let's see if we can get in over here. So basically, it's the kitchen area, you know, and there's just a bunch of mist and buckets floating around, but there's nothing in there to click on. Alright, so let's talk to the little girl here. So, remember the toy horse that was in the fish from a couple episodes ago? I mentioned that you needed to keep the toy horse. This is why. Alright, so now we're going to go over here. I want to go ahead and explore everything in here first. Okay, so we're going to talk to this little boy. I'm not allowed to talk to you. I'm not allowed to talk to you. Come over here, we're going to loot Baron's Scepter, common one-handed. Okay, for voodoo magic, and then the magic crystal ball, manual instructions. I'm going to take both of them. Okay, so this is what's on the fireplace. L. Harrington Charity Foundation, Leslie Harrington's nameplate. He is not only a famous inventor, but also a generous philanthropist who takes care of this place. One can only hope that he won't abandon these children when his interest wanes. Alright, so let's go over here. Now, you see this thing here, okay? It does give you a little jolt when you come over here to try to use it for the very first time. I already know that we can't really go downstairs much, yet we're missing something that we need. So let's go down this way. Then we're going to go in. Okay, so we can't get in there to where those little kids are at yet. Not the best idea. Yep, I know. But I wanted to do that for you guys. So this is what the kids drew. A history of magical witchcraft. So you can open up the backpack, you can read, okay? This is all it's going to say. It doesn't give you any more information than that. I don't know if by chance it actually gives you any experience. Banshee boots, or bandit voodoo shoes, excuse me. Man, my little head. Okay, so we're going to click on this. A curious history of magic and the powers of the cult, witchcraft rituals, and the imagination from their early appearance to modern times. Alright, so we're trying to talk to the kids. Alright. Your characters can sometimes get caught. So we need to go upstairs. Okay, so now we're upstairs. Can't get in there yet, but that's going to change. You can see there's a circle in there. So let's go into this room. This is the classroom. Seems like a schematic, some spells. Alright, another book. It's on fairy tales, brownies, pear. They have some odd stuff in here. Alright, we got a map here. So it's an outdated map. Alright, so basically there is rooms, but as you can see, they go to different areas. See, now we're back downstairs. So now we're going to come back upstairs. And you can't get into that room. Bandit Celestial Gloves. 5 to health, 5 to magic. Now that seems like that would be something that Magda could use. And she does not have any, so we're going to give those to her. She also doesn't have any pants or healing potions, necklace, rings. Excuse me. And you can't, see, you can't use those. Plus 10 to occult magic, I think. So she could possibly use that. Let's see if we give it to her, if she can wear it. Yes. And then I don't think I have any extra healing potions other than what I'm currently using. So let me take one of mine and I'll put it right here. Well, it went somewhere. Where did it go? Right here. Okay. Let's give that to Magda. I've never really found too much else that you can give to them. Oh, heck with it, huh? Once again, we're back downstairs. But here's the library now. Alright, so we're going to come over here and loot this. Okay, I want to come over here. Check things out. And then we're going to come over here. So this is the key. You try to pick up the key. Odd, isn't it? The key was clenched in your fist, but in the blink of an eye, it somehow reappeared on the table. Oh, it must have, slipped out of your hand when you picked it up. That's kind of weird. Make sure, hold on to it next time. Okay, so now I'm going to try to pick it up again. Use magic to pick up the key. Ew, slime, disgusting. Someone in this place is seriously interfering with reality. We've got to track them down. And then you get the slime. We got the key. Come over to this chest now that's just now lit up. Search in the library. Okay, now it wants us to go back over and check this bedroom out. Yes, open the door. What? All right. Looks like Master Nimrus, doesn't it? Oops, another objective area. So we're going to come back over to it. Check the bedroom. Okay, now we gotta go back over here because we're looking for the prankster. here to this area. Observation. Okay, okay, you got me. Alright, here stands a young girl, arms determinedly crossed and chin up-tilted. A small smile graces her lips. It took you like forever, you know. I totally decided to give up, but I'm not going to tell you anything. Nope, not even a tiny chance. Alright. I'm a mage too, and we never harm our own. I'm here to help. Surprise flickers across her face and is quickly replaced by a keen curiosity. Are you super powerful? Can you make the river like go back uphill instead of downhill? Let's see here. Magic of that kind doesn't exist anymore, but if it did, it would be very dangerous. That's not something I want to explore. So you're a coward, huh? Whatever. Maybe you'll change your mind later, but I bet it's a lot of fun, right? So what do you need? Okay. How many kids are there in the orphanage? Did they... Oh, yeah. 20 or 30 now. I don't know. I didn't count. I'm only friends with 5. Okay. Did you cast a spell on a key? I practiced it for a long time. I had to figure it out on my own. Where are all the grown-ups? Of course. They totally ran away. The first time they saw a poltergeist, it was so funny. They deserve to be afraid after giving our friends away to some strangers at the factory. Do you know Leslie Harrington? No. Timmy has. He's the boy from here. All I know is that Mr. Harrington is rich and supports us, but this place still sucks without Master Nimries. And where is the real key? Timmy has it. Where you know here together. That doesn't make sense. And where's Timmy? He's in the basement. Take the stairs in the kitchen. So you literally have to talk to her first, because otherwise you can go down to the basement and you will not find Timmy. Okay. Now we received a ring. So let's see where the ring is at to see if it's magical. Sarah's ring common. Okay. The surface of the ring is carelessly wrapped with copper wire. If you listen closely, it seems like the ring is faintly humming from within. So, I don't know, you know. Alright, so let's go downstairs. Oh, wait a minute here. Nope, we still can't get into there. Okay, we're downstairs. Now we gotta go over this way. And we're going to come over here to the stairs. And here is Timmy in his craziness. who just summoned demons, thinking he was all cool and everything. Alright, Mick gets to go first. Alright, so we're going to do dodge, dodge, dodge. Everybody dodged. We're going to use a stun grenade to stun them all. Okay, he ends his turn. Now she purges all positive effects from the targeted enemy or negative effects from the targeted ally. Reinforce heals targeted ally and increases their defense. Okay. Major heal restores the health of a targeted ally. Execute kills an enemy with which currently health is below 20% or less. And then here is just a standardized attack. Okay, and that is literally going to end her turn. Now, two of them are gone. Okay, and that's going to end hers. Now me, to keep those little boogers from coming over here, I'm going to do my standard. And then I'm going to end my turn. Alright, so that person is slowed and stunned. So Mick gets to go now. Okay, and we're going to have him do hammer smash. So now we're going to loot these demons. Of course, the demons use modern day money, apparently. So I'm not complaining. Okay, so we got some things in here that we need to look at. Loot. Money. Okay, we don't want to examine that quite yet. Alright, now we're going to come back out here. We're going to talk to Timmy.
Timmy! You've got to be Timmy, right?
It's Tim.
Thanks, but I would have managed anyway, you know? I've already had my encounters with the bogeyman. I've got a whole necklace of their teeth, see?
Yeah. See, he's been conjuring them, apparently killing them, and then taking their teeth to make a necklace. Didn't look like it. Couple more minutes and those teeth would have been chipping bits off your ass, kiddo. No doubt, Tim, with your magic, they'd be running for the hills. It's just that Mick loves waving his fist. We're going to go with that one.
Ain't arguing with that, partner. But only when it's absolutely necessary.
Mrs. I Am Dumb Burn would scold you for that, but I get it. She doesn't know a thing about real life. Too busy sniffing around for who knows what. But whatever. What do you want? You grown-ups always want something.
Okay, let's see here.
The boy in front of you blushes and lowers his gaze. It seems he's facing a huge dilemma now. Without looking up, He mumbles something to you.
Are you serious? That's child's play. Nah.
The boy hesitates, eyes fixed on the plush toy. After a brief internal struggle, he reaches out to take it.
It belongs to another boy, Timmy. I know him. I'll pass it along. But if you tell anyone that you saw me with a friggin' teddy bear, I'll send the bogeyman after you again. It's just that Mr. Long, our janitor, confiscates personal items for bad behavior. You're made to sit for a couple of minutes, and that's it. Stupid punishments.
Timmy nods at the teddy bear in your hands.
It's personal. Well, for Timmy, the only thing left from his parents. Everyone here knows what it's like, you know? They say they left him because they were techies and he turned out to be a mage. But who knows what the truth is? Maybe they just died. Grown-ups die, you know. Mages, techies, all of them. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Okay, let's see here.
She's so hilarious when she's scared, right? Just picture her face when I've grown powerful and turn her into a chicken. That will be her cluck, cluck, clucky day. I wish I could be like Master Nemeris sooner.
Whoa. He can actually do that? That's, like, impossible.
Well, I haven't seen that exact spell, but... Okay, if anything, Master Nemeris will wipe the floor with you. He's the strongest mage in the world, and someday we'll be just like him. That's what Master Nemeris says. He wants us safe from all those creepy grown-ups, you know? Says we're gifted.
What does he do with the gifted ones? I'm, like, totally gifted too.
Master Nemeris reads to us from a book. It's about different magical goings-on, and the magical place. He made the same one right here to teach us magic. Well, the older ones. Nothing big, but it's a start, you know? Like lighting a candle without a match, or stopping the bleeding if you scrape your knee. But it'll get serious later on. Sure wish I was 12 already. If I was 12, I wouldn't need to hide when all these creepy people come. Here's the key. But don't lose it or you're dead. There will be no mercy from me next time. I'm serious.
Okay, alright, let's see here.
There's a bunch of them. There's that rich guy whose people give out money, the grown-ups from the factory, and some of the workers here. They like to act all high and mighty, then they sell us off as cheap labor. They all think we're stupid, but I overheard Mr. Long talking to some people. They promised him and the other supervisors gold if they could shift some kids to work in the factory. I heard everything. Then, there's some other creeps who target the most talented kids, or so I've heard. But that can't be true, right? Otherwise, they'd have nabbed me by now for sure. They come around once a month or something like that, but I always hide before they get here. I don't want to move to the capital with Mr. Harrington's weirdos. I want to stay here and learn magic with Master Nemeris.
Let's see here. Who do you know? Do you know who sent you to the factory?
Oh yeah, it was Mr. Long for sure. He took Charlotte, Mickey, Steve, Jackie, Jacob, Elise, and a few others last time. When they returned with Master Nemeris, they said a fat gremlin runs the place. Can you imagine? Mr. Long is bad, But now he's the one who has to sit quietly for a couple of minutes and think about his temper. Yeah, a few times. He's fancy, always puts on a big smile for the press. But if you ask me, he's as mean as the rest. I can just tell. I heard him saying he'd only pay for smart kids from now on. Stupid grown-ups only give you toys if you give them something back. So his henchmen come around once in a while and take someone away. Master Nemeris was really upset when they took Will. Don't know why, though. He was always whining. No smarts or talent, that kid. I'm a way better choice. Yeah, and tell Master Nemeris about the bogeyman I summoned. Maybe he'll take me away sooner. I hope he's okay there. I mean, no, he's definitely okay. He's Master Nemeris after all.
Okay, so enter Master Nemery's office. The other thing we can do is we can actually examine this thing. Reality Rift. Let's see here. Alright, awesome. We get all of these magic cards. So we're going to scroll down. Okay, they gave them to us, so that's nice. Alright. Okay, so now was his office down here or was it upstairs? Okay, it must be upstairs. Oh yes, right here.
Hey, looks like our new acquaintance is helping herself to Nemeris' stuff. Ain't she a cute little thief?
This sphere was meant for me? It's a gift from Rizal himself. Kinda.
Kind of. Just don't break anything.
Me? Break Nemeris' things? Like, no way. Besides, even if it did get broken, it's not like Nemeris has any use for it now. It's a magical orb of concentration. I've read that it really, helps a mage focus their magic. Alright, never mind that. To be honest, I needed to contact my dear Rizal. The thing can provide, a needed energy source. Huh? Guess I squeezed it a bit too hard or something. Wow! I can feel it getting warmer. See? It's like a really potent arcane relic. It's vibrating with magic right in my hands. Crazy! Yes, it could, theoretically make a big boom. But any energy source can be dangerous. Even steam engines sometimes explode. Stupid metal things. But Rizal would never risk my life like that. If it was, even the teensiest bit dangerous, he never would have instructed me to take it. I mean, he didn't, talk to me personally. But Rizal did tell me how to set everything up. If Nemeris was here, he'd confirm it.
Yeah, that all sounds 100% legit.
A little
Let
condescending.
me tell you, when one of them stinking weavers is involved, trouble follows every time.
I'm gonna ignore that. Breathe in, breathe out.
Okay, let's see here.
The sphere is still meant for me? And, I mean, if it was important to Nemeris, he would have carried it with him wherever he went, right? So it's better
That is
I
true.
take the sphere than leave it gathering dust until some kid messes with it. Or a brute of a technologist throws it against a wall. No offense.
None taken, Shorty. It's a damn fine compliment for an honest man.
Okay. Observation, yay. Alright, piece of paper with handwritten text that says, William, I'll be waiting for you outside of the orphanage. Make sure no one trails you to the basement because only we know about the stairs to the backyard. And grab the illusion catcher. Without it, we won't be able to... The text cuts off, and the last letters are shaky as if the author's hand suddenly twitched. If you look closely, you can see droplets of slime on the paper. Seems like something happened given the note was left unfinished. So we're going to grab this. Okay, and gonna look at this. Teleportation knowledge eludes the city's books, yet a surprising encounter with a street beggar revealed a tale of a man vanishing into a rift and returning unscathed despite the source's unreliability. The beggar's genuine horror in recounting the story captivated my attention. We're compelled to take the risk today. I'll guide them in extracting magic from this rift for the first time, ensuring their preparedness. The knowledge gained from this experiment will ensure their safe passage to the mages. And we got another master memory with the children, an image in a magical crystal. Alright. So we're going to loot. Nice. And then we're going to look at this. Anka outshone others at the annual drawing competition. Contrary to our agreement for her to take it easy this year, she was visibly upset when I took down her drawing. Leslie's people showed up while I was gone. When I returned, I found Anka revealing the drawing I had hidden in my desk. The sly grin on the Harrington worker's face conveyed a clear message. They intended to take her this month. Another pearl. Alright. Okay, so we are done upstairs here. And now, where was the kitchen? This way. Okay, we're back down here. Timmy is now gone. However, the stairway is open. Okay, so now we need to take that. Okay, so the way this thing works is you take this Memories illusion catcher, okay, and you place it in there. It took me a little while to figure out what it was that I was supposed to be putting in there because they didn't really make it well known. And then this is going to teleport us inside find a passageway. Alright, we got another picture of Mr. Nemery. Alright, another rifle. And now we got ourselves another fight. They get to start this time. Okay, so let's see here. She gets to move up. And then we are going to do the rod attack. Okay, and then that's going to be the end of her turn. Now it's my turn. I'm going to move up just a little bit, and I am going to do my voodoo magic that I do so well. Gonna put that in there. That's going to keep them all entertained, I hope. Okay. Wow, that took a little while. Okay, she's going to end her turn. Alright, so now we got her. Purifying light. Let's see here. Execute. So she can literally execute. And then we're going to bring her back so she doesn't take opportunity attacks. And then me. Alright. And then I'm going to end my turn. And then now she's going to come over here. Alright, she's got to reload. In her turn, Mick is going to come up. And then we're going to... Can he do that? Yes. Alright. Hammer time.
The sound of heavy breathing prompts you to turn to Magda. She's leaning against the cold stone wall, looking pale and agitated, the opposite of her usual self.
I'm fine. It's just... These kids are horrifying.
Alright. Really? Why are you so surprised? Haven't you seen the abhorred before?
Oh, yeah. Sure, I've seen them. But this is, like, different. These ones are children. I thought maybe it would be different with they're supposed to be, like, good.
She cuts herself short as understanding dawns.
Hey, that's right. They are children. They just never had love. Like, capital L love, you know? If they'd listened to Raziel, like I do, this never would have happened.
Of course it will.
Okay. So now... Okay, nothing to take off the kids. Oops, we gotta go up here. Alright, so we have monsters down that way. So we'll do this fight with them and then we'll save the game. And you know what? Party formation, let's see here. Alright, that's what I want for my party formation. Okay, so it's my turn. Okay, gonna end my turn. Mick, I'm just gonna have him buff for now. And his turn. Alright, she on the other hand. Okay, and then I'm going to have her throw a stun grenade. End her turn. Because he was below 25%. Okay, she's going to end. So if I wasn't a voodoo person at this point, all my people would be taking poison damage. Alright, I'm going to have Mick jump into the fray. Okay, and then he's going to steamboat this guy. Kill him. In his turn. And then we're going to shoot this guy. Oh, so we've got to reload. That takes a turn. Alright. And then she is going to shoot him. Oh, she can't. Okay, so she can shoot him one more time. Excellent. Her turn ends. They're still working on my totem. He's hitting Mick. Alright, so it's back to me. Alright. My turn ends. I gotta turn this because I want Mick. Take that guy out. And then I'm going to have... Now, because it's red, he will get... There will be an opportunity of attack. Potentially. Alright. He can't move any further. So it's her turn. So we're going to have her shoot him. Alright, her turn ends. Okay. Her turn's done. Mick gets hit again. That's the reason why I had him buff. And my turn. Then Mick. Really, Mick? You really just didn't feel like hitting the guy? Alright. Every once in a while you still have... Okay, excellent. So we got something on this bug. And we got something on this bug. And then I had seen something going on with the steam wheel. Okay. So that is going to be it for today. Tomorrow will be the boss battle. Alright, everybody, have an awesome day. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe. Please hit like. And you can follow me on Twitch and YouTube. And I do put shorts out on TikTok. Thank you.